And we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Rams and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to get this out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 14 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Etienne up the middle. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Second down, here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They have the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the one interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver. I should have had a perfect game.
Now throwing on first down here. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Howell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Howell. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for...
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Amon-Ra St. Brown with an amazing diving catch. And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle in the last play.
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Rams.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a bonus.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, hold it.
Inside in the chest area, you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Draw play, ETN. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Howell's throw complete there to Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Powell, he'll look to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And Howe will throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down."
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack by Jordan Willis. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now they go play action with Howell. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Howell. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it? You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. So we reach halftime, and what's been halftime over? No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, this offense, possessions, you look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Al down to throw it. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting the game.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he is going to have the Rams first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. Back to throw. Howell. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 9.
Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They go play action with Hurts. That's complete to Mooney. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best out.
That's a Packers touchdown. Gerald Everett from 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Powell out of the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing here, Howell. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That is caught. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the Sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Up the middle, no longer. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold, here we go. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, you take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got the connection here to Bourne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. Well, he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hurts throw taken in by Bourne. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this.
Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. Very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 1, 1:14 to go. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage, they stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
House throw complete there to St. Brown. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the handoff, Taylor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. On the give is Nwangu. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Rams have won the game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Rams, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll